Ciao everybody, we're here between my two flags. We got Czech, we got Mexico, we got our first commentating video. I'm gonna tell you guys about how I got to the position I am, which is playing pro in Croatia after not even playing in college. Now I'll kind of start off from when I was young. I always played at different local clubs. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, specifically. You know what, I'm actually not gonna dox myself. I played for a couple of different clubs around here, AFU, UFA. I played DA when it was still a thing. I played ECNL, the whole lot. Played in high school. And then I decided to go to college where I committed to Division II, a Young Harris College in the Peach Belt Conference, which was an absolutely amazing time. I have no regrets that I decided to go there. But the thing about this is that I didn't play at all in my first year. I played in the spring during the friendly games, and then I played very well. I performed well. I got an increase in my scholarship. And then when I was supposed to play my sophomore year during the fall, I got injured. So I broke my toe, and I know it sounds, oh, it broke your toe, but I couldn't even put my boots on. It was very painful for me. So I didn't play that season. And after that, I actually decided to quit soccer completely. So I didn't play anymore. I transferred schools. I went to Georgia State University where I just decided I was just going to the gym. I was still doing my cardio, still staying in shape, but I was just studying. I was playing occasional, during the week, some co-ed games. I would go play 7v7, but nothing serious. It was around December where I got something in my head where it kind of happens to me. A fire ignites and I get very addicted to what I'm doing. And I decided to go for one more push with my footballing journey because I saw that Georgia State was having walk-on tryouts. Now, I knew a lot of players that were on this team. It is a Division I college, and I knew that I was good enough based on playing against them and with them when we were younger. I knew I could do it if I just trained very hard. Now, keep in mind, I didn't play for a very long time, but I decided to train every single day, 2 or 3 times a day for 2 months straight, and I walked on. They took me. So, I was a D1 player. Who doesn't love this? But the thing about this was that after the spring season, when I thought that maybe I would still have a chance of staying for the next year, which is going to be my senior year, I got cut. He told me, thank you for everything. We really appreciated you coming on, but I got cut. So then I started playing UPSL, which if you know UPSL, it is not a good level. Well, it's not bad, but it's nothing crazy. But I knew that if I just stayed in shape and trained by myself, I would still get better and I would still improve. So I played a couple of seasons of UPSL. And around March, so just this last March, I was still in my last semester of college, but I had this thing in my head where I just knew that if I pushed myself, I could become pro. I knew I could. I had this drive in me. And I heard a lot of different people talking about agents. They thought they could recommend me some good agents from different countries. They said I had a good video from my UPSL and from the some minutes I got from college. And I even had some videos from when I was younger, which has some really good clips there, but, very outdated. So I went through the agent route. And honestly, I just took a risk. I paid money, which I know they say don't pay agents. They get paid off your contract. But it was just something I wanted so bad that I decided to go all out, train so hard, paid so much money. I trialed. I went to Croatia. I had 2 trials lined up on this team, which I am on now, NK Daruvar, and then one called Crikvenica, which I didn't go to because Daruvar took me. They wanted me. I would trial there for 2 weeks, which if you guys want to know about how the trials go, I can do that as well. But I did a 2-week, 3-week trial, and they took me. I signed the contract, and now I played my first professional season. I went from not playing soccer to being a pro, to getting paid for it to be my job to play football. And I am so thankful for my parents, for God, for this opportunity that I got. It just means the absolute world to me because I knew that I could do it, and I just needed something to push me, and I found that something, and you guys have to find that something too. Into more specifics into different parts and different things as well. You'll see a lot of different content on this channel, but I hope you guys like this, and if you have any questions specifically, about specific part, I can make a video on that as well. But just know, guys, you can do literally anything if you just set your mind to it and put everything in it. You have to take risks in order to get a reward. About to hit my push workout, calisthenics. I'm limited on equipment due to the fact that I ran out of I didn't pay for my monthly membership for the gym. So right now I'm kind of relying on these calisthenics workouts to get me through, but I mean, it's the last week. I'm not gonna pay for it, so yeah. It's actually freezing. I really don't want to do this. I don't want to take my jacket off. But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, fortunately. All right, so in terms of my workout, I like to keep it very simple. I usually, specifically for these calisthenic ones, there aren't much you can do. Well, it probably is, but I like to keep it as much as what I'm used to. So simple movements, dips, push-ups. So what I always start my workouts, even in the gym, with abs. I'll do 3 sets, with the third one being a drop set. And the movement that I chose was these Gar Hammer candlesticks, or whatever dragon flag thing. But these have just been amazing for me. I think they've really made my abs grow and get a lot stronger for soccer. Very good for core. You just want to make sure that you're lifting your butt off as well. These aren't leg raises, so not just your legs. You want to put your butt off and then slow on the way down. So much tension. And it's they're pretty difficult, and they're good to progress. You can make them slower, or you can just add reps. And then on the last one, I drop set it with these like knee crunches. So it's the same thing, but you just do it a little bit easier, and that's, I guess, a mechanical drop set. Then I move on to my first chest movement / my compound movement for the workout, and that is dips. I love dips. I haven't gotten into weighted dips, but I might this off season, as I love dips. So these hit your chest, which is the main thing that I'm going for here. I'm doing chest focused dips, but they also hit your triceps a lot and your shoulders. So, what's not to love? And I got really good at going deep as possible, really get a stretch at the bottom. And I think that has helped my shoulder a lot, because I used to have a bad shoulder and now I don't. And I don't know if it's because of this, but it might as well be. And again, I did 4 sets here, and my last one was I did like a rest pause thing. So I just stopped for like 5 seconds, and then I finished it off with like 4 or 5 more reps. So kind of just letting it rest and then going again for 4 sets. So again, a little bit higher volume, less exercise types, but to me it's the same thing, especially when you're out here. So then I like to move on to another chest movement, and what I do is these decline push-ups in order to hit the upper chest a little bit more. And again, triceps are getting a huge workout. It's compound movement is a push-up. It hits your front delt as well, same thing. And with my tempo here, what I like to do is for my first set especially, I'll go fast. So I'll try and burn out my chest a little bit, pre-fatigue. And then I'll start pausing the push-ups, making sure I go as deep as possible. And in the later second and third sets, so I did 3. For this, I'll pause all of them, because then my chest is already fatigued. So I don't have to do 25, reps in order to get close to failure. And yeah, for my reps, especially on calisthenics, I don't count. I just go to true failure, because I feel like a lot of these movements are easy for me. So to fail takes a little bit longer. And then on the last one, I do a mechanical drop set where I drop down to my knees and burn it out, because who doesn't love a bit of pain? And the pump is disgusting. So, who doesn't love a pump? And then with some direct work for my triceps, I'll do 3 sets here of skull crushers. It's kind of like a JM press more so than a skull crusher, but just with your body weight. And I honestly love these. These are great. They, at the beginning, they hurt my elbows, but as I started to do them a little bit more and got the form better, it stopped. And then for my third set, again, 3 sets here, failure. For the third set, mechanical drop set into narrow push-ups. just destroy the tricep. And they get a lot of work, even though it sounds like only three sets. They got worked in the dips and the push-ups. So that's pretty much the whole push workout. And then, like I said, I love to work my abs, so I also finished with them. And here I just did 3 sets of mechanical drop sets. So all 3 of them were with hanging knee raises, which you can't go wrong with these. And they can turn into a hip flexor exercise if you don't, you know, crunch, I guess, like curl your back. So bring your butt up and make sure you are really contracting the abs. And yeah, that's the push workout. I am so cold. Look at my nose. Oh my god. Yeah, but happy to be done with that. Man, I have to take off my my jacket and my shirt for the videos, because you know, anything for the content. Yeah, but I'm currently doing very low volume for my workouts because, like I said, still in season. Last game though, so when I go back, it's gonna be full gym mode. There's this YouTuber called Jason Bjornson. He's actually an Instagram influencer, but he started doing YouTube. But I really like the way he makes his content. He likes to do like kind of like a vlogging thing at the beginning, and then the second half is always, not always, but he usually does a workout, like a back workout, you know, whatever it may be. And that's kind of what this is gonna be.